Good soon to be afternoon, everybody. It's Jane from Surface Anthology and Chalk Mercantile. I wanted to show you guys, let me fix my camera here. You can see my smiling mug. I am going to show you I think a really fun little project for a party. My grandson Mateo is turning 4 on May 6th, so it's really soon. And I like to decorate our dining room for whatever. It's just fun when you have a little one running around. And I have these bird houses. Let me show you what they look like plain. These are little German spun cotton mushrooms that we're going to be adding to this project. But I have these little wooden birdhouse ornaments, and I have a bunch of them, and I thought, why don't I paint these in different colors, kind of saturated colors, and then put them in the dining room. And I'll show you where I'm gonna put them is on, let me see if I can bring up my, yes, that is my chandelier in my dining room. And if you look closely at the bottom arms, you'll see like little hooks. And there's 6 of them going around. So I'm gonna be painting 6 of these houses to hang on that. And if you look, this is an antique chandelier that was wired, and it's polished brass, it's not lacquered. And you can see a little figure if you follow the chain down. And I always tell Mateo that that's him, and he just loves that. So I am gonna be hanging these, there we are, these little houses from that chandelier, from my dining room chandelier. So the way I'm thinking about this is that I just want these saturated color all the way around, right? And then I'm gonna be adding, how cute are these little mushrooms to the top? So let me show you. I'm using, and by the way, I'll tell you what these colors are. I'm using Amy Howard at Home. The one-step paint is like perfect for this. And also I'm using mud paint, clay-based paint, which is perfect for this. And really, you guys, I went by color. I'm like, where are my most saturated colors? I want to do them blue to green, and then I mixed up a very, very yellowy green here to kind of complement these. So that's the one we're going to paint. So let me get these out of the way. I'm not going to finish them. I don't, we're not going to be touching these a lot. And if I feel like they are, getting touched and it's affecting the finish, the paint, then I will just put some clear wax on them. All right, let me rinse. I'm doing a lot of painting and mixing today. And I also ran out of paper towels and my rags. Okay, so here's the color I mixed up. And you guys, let me grab my color wheel. I'm not gonna get heavy or anything with the color wheel, but here's kind of where I was, because I always pick it up. I love to look at it. But I was in this area of color. Whoop. So blue, green, blue, blue, violet. That navy has a little touch of violet in it. And then I kind of looked over here, and I wanted to create this color. It's a shade. So a shade is mixed with a little bit of black. I'm pretty sure I always get this mixed up. So I added a touch of black to this. And I didn't write down my recipe, but it's good when you're playing around with color. Make sure you have a color wheel. It really helps. All right. I'm using an artist brush. I just grabbed one that was clean. And I'm being very generous with my paint. And I forgot to send out a a link to my text people. And actually what's going on here at my house is that UPS is coming to pick up a package that my husband's returning, and they required to pick it up, right? We couldn't just put a label, a return label, and send it. So I'm waiting for the door to ring, you know, the dogs to bark, the doorbell, and because we don't want to miss them. So I'm like, oh, I gotta do this really fast. All right. What a great color, right? To go with these. And the first coat takes a little longer. And by the way, you guys, I got these little houses. I think I got them at Joann. You can go Joann, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, that kind of thing. And they're so springy. They're so, I think they're perfect. And I think Mateo will get a kick out of them. And I'll probably throw in one of his, you know, characters that he really likes, like Blippi. Blippi. I had no idea who Blippi was until we were watching it one day on TV. And he loves Blippi. Okay. But you get the gist here. And when you're hanging something like this, you gotta do the bottom because people are gonna be looking up. So make sure you get every part painted. And I love painting on raw wood like this. It just sucks up the paint. So it dries pretty quickly. Ooh, and I didn't do a good job rinsing my brush. Oh, oh. And this is also, you know, a great way if you're trying out a scheme, like a color scheme for a room or something, do a little project like this, right? And you'll see the colors together, put them in the room that you're thinking about, you know, adding them in a bigger way, and see how you feel about it. Okay, just do the sides. The hardest part is this front, for sure. Now, I wouldn't necessarily paint a piece of furniture like this, but we're trying to be fast, right? So I'm going to dry this so I can get the bottom. That's one of those little plastic sleeves that went around the paint. I'm just going to grab the bottom here. This would also be a really cute two-dimensional project. You know, just the shape. I know a lot of people are using those little laser cut shapes, but you could do like little houses like this in two-dimensional and have like a pennant, a little swag of them tied together. That would be very, very cute. I do not want to get any wet paint on the mushrooms. So I will definitely come back and do a second coat of this color, but I wanted to show you these together so you could see the colors together. And I have to also admit, I was looking at my paint inlay project that I did, and I have it over my bedroom door now, those little houses, and I love it. And those are done in very saturated reds. So I love this kind of a project. All right, look at these colors together. How cute is this? And yeah, probably next year when he's 5, he's gonna want, like, you know, a Spider-Man birthday party, but I'm gonna push this as much as I can. But look at those, aren't those absolutely adorable? Those colors together. So now what I wanna show you, oh, and I was gonna tell you what they are. Okay, because I know I would wanna know. So this color right here, this beautiful color, is by Mud Paint. This is called Harbor, all right? So that's Harbor. This is my custom mix. This one is beautiful Deep Navy. And you could see it's got a touch of violet in it. And I love that. So it doesn't go country, it goes true navy. This one is by Amy Howard at Home. So the navy was by Mud Paint. This one is called Lady Sings the Blues. Isn't that gorgeous? And you guys, look at the difference between the color when it's wet and the color when it's dry. Big difference. You always have to remember that. And then this beautiful green is by Mud Paint, and this is called Forest Green. I love that. And I don't use greens a lot. And then the last one that I just think makes this is by Mud Paint also, and this is called Grassy Green. Isn't that fabulous, right? Another thing you could do if you really wanted to fancy these up, I just grabbed some little stencils. If you wanted to kind of add something to this, like I was messing around with this stencil. How did I do it? Oh, like this. And I could like stencil a very large honeycomb. This is an old Ralph Lauren stencil that I loved and used it a million times. This is small enough too, so I could do like a little design if I wanted to. But actually, honestly, I'm just loving them in these bright, saturated colors, very graphic. The last thing I want to show you is how to put these little spun cotton mushrooms on. Ugh. Make sure my hands are dry. So these are from Germany. They're the real thing. And I just put little groupings together. A large red, I only have the large ones in red. And then 3 like a small and then 2 medium mushrooms together. And I have all different colors that I've created for each one of these houses. And all you do, make sure your hands are dry so you don't wreck them, is, here they are. Oh, look, I've got people with me. Guys, what a day. Brenda, Shannon, Emma, Sandy, Amanda, thank you so much for joining me, you guys. This is so great. It's like a little party. So now the last thing I'm going to do to really make these is I'm going to take these spun cotton mushrooms and twist them together like this. So I'm twisting those wires together all the way down. I know. You do need to try the Mud Paint. I love it. It's really saturated. It's really creamy. Oh no, Brenda, the video keeps, her video is interrupting. The internet is so inconsistent, which I hate. And yeah, Shannon, you could totally do like the cutest little stencils. I have a bunch of really small scale stencils somewhere. I couldn't find them this morning. And then I said, you know what? I love it like this. But yeah, stencils would look cute. You could go a whole different way with this with like stencils, little gold leaf. You could do really sophisticated grays and neutrals. You can do a bunch of different things. So you take these mushrooms, and I'm putting it right up on the front being where the flower is. And then I'm just gonna twist it around the cloth. I have these mushrooms. I used to have a subscription box called the Merry Makers, and it was the ornament of the month. And we used these really cute mushrooms. Actually, I think I'm gonna make it go this way. And you could bend them and move them. And fiddle, and you could add other greens and things. How cute is that? I hope he likes them. They make me happy. And these would also look super cute on a windowsill, right? Going across with the little mushrooms. You could get a little tiny bird and put it on there. But there, isn't that cute, Emma? I agree. These mushrooms make anything adorable. Let's put another set on. Do the green. This is the grassy green, and I think I'll do the pink. The pink and the red. So here's the pink and the red. Same thing. I'm just twisting them around. And this is obviously something you can make and use over and over. You could, you know, take off the mushrooms, untwist them, put snowflakes on for winter. You can really have fun with it. Look at that. How cute is that? I just love it. They make me really happy. What I'll do is I will take a picture. I'll hang these. I want to make sure they're totally dry. I'm going to do a second coat on this one. But I'll get the mushrooms on all of them, and I'll go hang them up on my chandelier and take some pictures and let you guys know. I've got even more of these houses. I was thinking about stringing them together, right? And using them as little, some more party decor. I have a railing from our stairs that goes up, and I'm like, oh, I could hang them from there. So it's addictive. But you guys, give something like this a shot. And grab if you're ever wondering about color, get a color wheel. They're really inexpensive. And you can kind of move it around and look at colors. If you want to make something that really, really pops, right? You do complementary colors. The opposite of blue is orange, and that would really pop and be really dynamic. So, all right. So Emma, Shannon, thank you. Thank you guys. The little mushrooms, I'm going to list them because I have a whole thing of them. So I will be listing them at chalkmercantile.com. And there are other companies that sell them, and I just don't know who. But I'll put them up. I have a lot of them left over. And again, these are the real ones from Germany. So they're not the knockoffs, and they're very, very sweet. And let me grab, I only have a few, unfortunately, of the really giant red ones. And I even called my wholesaler, and he can't get them anymore. But they come in all these really pretty colors, right? Aren't those fun? And a little goes a long way, right? You don't need a lot on a project to give it that kind of, I don't know, Wind in the Willows, right? Remember that book? That Wind in the Willows look. So Emma, Shannon, who else? Brenda, Sandy, Amanda, thanks so much for joining me today. And make sure you go to my Instagram or my Facebook page. I'll post pictures of how this looks, and I'll let you know if Mateo, if my soon-to-be 4-year-old grandson appreciates these decorations. I think he will. I think he'll think they're really cute. You guys, hey, oh, you're welcome, Emma. Absolutely. And if I find, Emma, any place that sells like the big giant ones, because again, I only have a few left, I will let you guys know. I love to share other businesses, you know, especially for stuff like this when it's hard to find for sure. All right, you guys, have a fabulous day today. Go make something cool. You know, even if it's a super quick project, try to find that time to create something. I have to tell you, I've had no music on, no news, and I've been sitting and painting, and it's very freeing, right? It's very cleansing to do that. And I know some of you only have like small bits of time, maybe on the weekends, but I hope you get some time to create something.